Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the vlog. So let's get to it. Yeah, I'm gonna get on y'all nerves today. I got a lot of opinions. It's gonna be some pontification for that ass. I'm about to get on my soapbox. Y'all gonna be like, this bitch thinks she know everything. No, just what I'm talking about today. Y'all be patient with me as I step forward in faith. First story up, your girl Monique. Before we even get started on this subject, you guys, let's separate two issues here because there are two issues at play. First off, we have some small semblance of like a women's liberation movement happening right now. With the current climate in the world, women have decided to band together, support each other. And it really picked up steam when you guys voted y'all dumbass president into office last year. Then it really got pumped up when women started to speak out about Weinstein Gate and all of the sexual harassment allegations, sexual assault allegations in Hollywood. Hollywood being a very powerful community, this was where it would get the most looks. Okay, so we got Me Too, we got This Is It. This Is It. We got Time's Up. And like I said, Hollywood being such a powerful community, where else would it be most visible where you've got powerful female celebrities speaking out? They've latched onto a cause and can push this like in a major way. And so like I said, women are supporting each other. They have realized that there are strength in numbers and they have sort of banded together. They, meaning myself, we, I should say, we have banded together and, collectively decided to stick it to the man, literally. Hell, in some cases, I think some women are just supporting other women just for the fact that they are women. Knowing the struggle of the woman just on GP, even if I might not have the particulars, even if I'm not sure if the story is true or false. Okay, a lot of times you find yourself supporting these other women because just on regular days, women have a struggle. Women have it hard. Women have it bad every other day. So you know what? Let me just help by being there. So yeah, sisters are doing it for themselves. All right, so that is the one thing that we have happening right now. Then we have Monique. Monique has decided that because she was not offered the amount of money that she thought that she was worthy of from Netflix when they offered her a stand-up special on the streaming service, she made a plea to all of her loves out there to support her in boycotting Netflix because of gender bias and what was the other thing, the other bias that she said? What was the other bias? I can't even think of it right now, but you guys have all seen the video. And before I even get started on Monique, I'm going to say she has every right to feel how she feels, okay? Everybody has a self-worth. We all think we worth something. Sometimes we ain't nowhere near worth as much as we think we are. But you know what? If you don't believe in yourself, who the fuck else will, right? So look, Monique, if that's how she feels, then fine. But my problem with Monique is I feel like Monique is asking everybody to boycott Netflix just for her own personal cause and personal gain. What I cannot stand is when someone latches on to a cause for their own personal agenda. And I feel like that is what Monique is doing. You know, she's piggybacking off of this whole, everything is fill in the blank bias. Every single day you hear something about somebody being offended, and that there's some sort of bias towards them because of that offense. That whole term is super popular right now, but in this case I just don't feel like it's warranted, because the bottom line is Netflix pays for who they feel is going to bring the most money to their streaming service. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, red, orange, okay, green. Green is what matters in this case. So if you don't have the power to bring in the masses, then we gonna have to pass. Okay, but even in this case, they weren't passing. All right, they actually offered her $500,000. Now, was they lowballing her? Maybe. I would have to do some investigation on the determining factors of how much Netflix pays. Okay, now we know about the Chris Rocks and the Dave Chappelles. Okay, we know about the Amy Schumers of the world. All right, we know about what they got paid from Netflix. I would like to know what Chris Tucker got when he did his comeback comedy show. All right, did you guys watch that? Was not necessarily the best. You could tell that he was rusty. He hadn't done stand-up in a long time. Not necessarily all that funny, but I watched it because, you know, it was good to see Chris Tucker again. Didn't watch it as soon as it came out. I leisurely took my time, got to it, watched it, and it was whatever. I would like to know what Chris Tucker made, because I feel like Chris Tucker and Monique is on the same bargaining field. Monique, even though she's an Oscar winner, and even though, you know, she has been around for a long time, and, you know, we all enjoyed her stand up in the past, Monique has been gone a long time. Okay, nobody really cares about an Oscar. If you ask some people, Oscar for some black folks is a jinx. Okay, if you're not a Denzel or Octavia or a Viola Davis, yeah, Oscars ain't doing shit for you. Look at Cuba. Look at Halle Berry. Okay, these people ain't did shit ever since they really won their Oscar, so that doesn't really hold anything. You are only as good as your last hit. The fact that she's an Oscar winner, I don't know if that would hold much weight, especially when we have to also put into consideration the fact that she had offended probably some of the most powerful black people in Hollywood last year. Okay, your Oprah, your Lee Daniels, and your Tyler Perry. Now, I don't give a fuck how you feel about these three people. They have quite a bit of clout. Oprah being at the very, very top of that list. Okay, I told you guys last year when she went on that whole tirade that she had sealed the coffin. Baby girl had went around that coffin with a whole bunch of nails and hammers and closed it up. You guys, that was it. It was a wrap. You know, I know a lot of people gonna be in my comments saying, well, you know what? Oprah is human. Tyler is human. Lee is human. Nobody can talk about them. No. Okay? When the fuck you guys gonna understand that? No, you cannot talk about these people. Damn it, you got social media out there, and that has made a lot of people feel like their opinion really matters. But Hollywood is a constitution. Do you guys know that Hollywood has been this way for 100 fucking years? The rules don't change because you done got on a blog and decided that you wanted to say some shit. So even if she done said all that she said, and there's a few of you guys that have supported her and said Monique is gonna be fine and she can, you know, still pave her own way and all of that, I had already told you guys that I didn't see it for old girl. Now, when she's trying to talk about this Netflix situation, then then I think that we could say that the chickens are coming home to roost. This is a direct result of her getting on stage and telling Oprah to suck her dick. Fuck, she ought to be happy that Netflix even gave her the chance, because I promise you, I thought that everybody was through. Y'all gonna learn one day that you just can't do certain things. Look at Seal, okay? Motherfucker about to go to jail for, you know, holding on to a salad spinner too long. You know, it's not no laughing matter, but I just want people to get out of this whole, you just need to understand how shit works. Can't talk about the gays, not these days. You cannot talk about Jewish folks. Look at what Erykah Badu was going through. Okay, her comment about Hitler and how he even had some good in him. Okay, that he was a good painter. Okay, y'all jumped all over Erykah Badu. She didn't have to come out with another comment today saying that she picked a bad example. She was just trying to show that she has some compassion for other people. I understood what she was trying to say, but I was just like, girl, you don't bring up no damn Hitler. Okay, Jewish folks do not take that. And we know that the Jews still run this. They at least run the Hollywood world, okay? And that includes music as well. And you cannot talk about Oprah. So when she got up there and was kind of slick by comparing her struggles with, you know, Dave and Chris and even Amy Schumer, okay, Amy Schumer getting $12 million, she was just so outdone. But the whole thing is Amy Schumer is what's hot now. Whether or not you think that Amy Schumer is funny is another thing. But people are checking for Amy Schumer. So if they checking for you, they gonna watch. That means more people are going to watch their service. That means more money for Netflix, okay? When a motherfucker just casually coming to Netflix to watch your special, that doesn't compare. So I was just like, oh, okay, so here she go, you know. And then we can't ignore the fact that Amy Schumer is white. Okay, so then we get to talking about the race thing and all of that. So I was just like, when I was looking at her, you know, giving her plea, I was just like, Whatever, Monique. Then she picked up some steam when Wanda Sykes, said the same thing happened to her. She turned it down. She found some money, on other avenues. Okay, but Wanda didn't come out and launch this whole, boycott. All right. And then, of course, the queen mother of all black issues, Jada Pinkett Smith, comes out and says, hey, listen, don't worry about the messenger. Okay, the messenger might be wrong, but let's make sure that we remember the message. And I think that we all understand the message. Okay, we all understand that there are biases in Hollywood. We all know that women are underpaid. We all know that black women are probably way underpaid. We got all of that. But when the messenger is on just some old self-satisfying fuck shit, goddamn, we just got to throw the whole message out. So then Monique felt empowered by that. My sister, we are from the same place. What is it with this whole Martin Luther King on the preacher stand voice that she insists on? I just be listening to Monique. I just be like, girl, you making it worse. You making it worse. Okay, I'm all for women standing up for how they feel and everything. But in this case, I'm just like, Monique, okay, all right. Okay, it would be different if what you were saying was making a difference, but it's not. Not in the positive, not for you. Because the fact of the matter is, in this case, the argument is weak. Okay, Netflix has a lot of creative content from people of all races and colors and sexes and old folks and young folks. Okay? We can't ignore the fact that Netflix just gave Shonda Rhimes this huge ass deal, rumored to be around $100 million. I read that it's somewhere closer to $25 million a year, where she just has leeway to do whatever the hell she wants to do in Shondaland. Ava DuVernay has a recent deal that she's been working with Netflix. I mean, we hear about all kind of people working closely, creatively with Netflix. So, it would be different if we just had some old KKK type ass, network, a streaming service that, ain't never gave no black folks no chance. And, then they wanted to come with this shit. But in this case, like, Netflix has so much content that could go against her argument. It's just like, girl, what are you talking about? What is you talking about? And then the fact that she gets on social media and we never hear anything about her comedy anymore, because all we hear about is her complaining. All you use social media for is to get on everybody's goddamn nerves. So I'm just done. I'm just done. And I know a lot of you guys won't feel that way. And I know a lot of you guys will probably look at me as a black woman attacking another black woman, but that's so not what the issue is. I always feel that there are biases in Hollywood. And yes, the current climate is where people are able to call them out. But in this particular case with Monique and Netflix, it just ain't how I see it. Hot black female comics are doing well everywhere. I know she, did a little slick remark about, Whoopi not being a stand-up comedian. I can remember seeing all of Whoopi's stand-up specials before she, changed and started acting and started, hosting on The View and everything. But very much Whoopi is a stand-up comedian. Look at Tiffany Haddish. She just got a deal with HBO. If they want you, they gonna pay for you. Okay, so if you ain't getting paid for the shit, they must not want you. Step your game up. I'm very sure that Monique still has the chops in her, but I don't even know if that's gonna help, because like I said, honey, she done sealed. Them nails is so tight in that coffin. Girl, I guess all you can do is sit and complain these days, huh? Okay, well, whatever. I done talked about this shit for 20 minutes. I'm gonna edit it down, but like I told you guys, it was quite a bit of pontification today. Anyway, y'all leave y'all comments about how you feel about old Momo down below. Y'all done got hot up in here. All this damn black. Okay, what we talking about next? Okay. LarryNassar. Okay, he was the team doctor for the U.S. gymnastics team for the last however many years, at least over a decade. And the man had managed to sexually assault over 150 girls that was in his medical care as this team doctor, which is really just sickening. Okay, from my observation, that has to be damn near every girl that he's come into contact with. I mean, wouldn't you think? They say that over 150 girls was sexually assaulted by this man, some starting at as young as at the age of 6 years old. What the fuck is wrong with people in this world today? Very clearly this man is sick. That is now an addiction that you just definitely cannot control. I mean, you got to hit up every single girl that comes into your care. And then to hear the testimony of all of these girls that were affected by him sexually molesting them was just heartbreaking. The judge gave every single victim who wanted to tell the motherfucker about himself the chance to get into the courtroom and tell him about his damn self. And while he was sitting there listening, he had the nerve to tell the judge that, you know what, this was too much. It was too much emotionally, too much mentally on him, that he just, could not stand to listen to these stories over and over. And the judge was like, give a fuck. Nobody cares about your damn feelings right now. How do you think these girls felt? All these years of being in your care and people trusting you and you molesting these girls. I mean, some of them right before they're about to go out and perform. Nigga, if you don't sit your fucking ass over there and listen to these girls talk, I know something. Okay, that judge was so over him. So over him. And when it was all said and done, and everybody had said what they had to say, and it came time for the judge to give her punishment, he was given 40 to 175 years. Okay, she basically said, I have signed your death certificate. You will not get out of jail before you die. When you leave, it'll be in a pine box. So we took care of Dr. Nassar, but I feel like it needs to be a whole bunch of other people that's on the chopping block. I mean, you mean to tell me that this man done hit up over 150 young girls and didn't nobody know about it? Now we hear about people resigning and, they're saying the Olympic Committee wants the board for the U.S. gymnastics team to all resign and they need to just start fresh, and definitely so. But even more than that, I feel like there needs to be some criminal charges. You had these girls, you had these families trusting this man to take care of your girls. I just can't see anywhere where, it was just nobody really knew. You guys were not protecting them girls. You guys was protecting what you saw as the bigger issue, which was getting these girls to competition level where they could go and compete in the Olympics. So yeah, it need to be a whole bunch of other people getting in trouble for that shit, because I just can't imagine one man doing all of this and nobody knew. Feel no sympathy for Dr. Nassar. I hope he get his ass up in jail and they fuck him up, okay? Don't drop the soap. That's the best advice I can give you. All right, you guys, Amara La Negra on The Breakfast Club. Now, first, let me just say, because some people did mention that I don't necessarily seem to like Amara La Negra, and that's not true. I actually do like Amara La Negra. I was very intrigued when she first came on Love and Hip Hop Miami because I had never heard of her. So when I saw her, I thought she was beautiful. It was very clear that she was talented. I loved that little Christmas commercial that they did for VH1 where they kind of mixed in all the different reality shows and she was singing. She's very much a star. You can look at her before she even opens her mouth and tell that she has that it factor that Simon is always talking about. So when she came onto Miami, I was very happy and I wanted to see about her career and hear about her music and all of that. She's blowing up. She's got a major record deal. She is winning. So I really do like Amara La Negra. But what I hate is the fact that her narrative is being usurped by this whole colorism thing. Now, I'm not naive to what goes on in the world today. And yes, there is colorism all over the place, okay? In Latin America, they have opened my eyes to let me know that it is very bad in Latin, the Latino community, because just like how black people have their issues with darker skin or light skin black, men and women, Latinas and Latinos have the exact same struggle. All right. So, I got all that. I got all of that. I just hate that we have to keep on hearing about it. And I'm telling you, I couldn't tell you about one fucking song that girl has. All right. You're on this huge platform and Love and Hip Hop Miami has turned your, rise to stardom to this whole debate on whether or not light skin and dark skin Latinas support each other. So that is more of my issue with Amara La Negra. I'm not saying that it doesn't need to be talked about or anything. I just feel like they're not giving her chance to really shine, and in return are kind of making her look like she is annoying, like she is a whiner, because that's all that she seems to be doing is defending that instead of really just getting on with her life. Because really, I would hope that with all of her successes that she's had recently, that she would understand that she is the fucking bomb. And you need to fuck with people that fuck with you. And if folks don't support you, you cannot fight and argue with every damn body that doesn't support you. You hang out with the people that support you and fuck everybody else. Because there's so many more people that like her than don't. Okay, at least that's how I see it. So that is more my issue. Okay, now with all that being said, when she was on the Breakfast Club, obviously they were going to talk about this whole colorism thing. Fine. I sat there and listened to Charlamagne the God and Envy interview her, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, Charlamagne and Envy both get on my nerves sometimes, but for the most part, I usually can agree with Charlamagne. Okay, he usually is very aware of what's happening in the world today, and so, you know, even though he gets on my nerves, you know, I can still understand what he's trying to say. I could not understand why they could not see what this girl was saying, as they are two black people, one that's darker, one that's lighter. You cannot tell me that you didn't understand what this girl was saying with this whole colorism thing. For Charlamagne to ask her if she thought it was all in her mind, I was like, what? I was so offended, because I was just like, you guys are smarter than this. You are not this stupid. When he brought up the whole thing with Cardi B, I was just like, well, you right there are just kind of saying what the girl is saying, you know, because she was just like, lighter skinned females, you know, are the ideal. And he goes, well, what about Cardi B? I was just like, first of all, Cardi B is light skinned, so that's confirming what she said, or, you know, not confirming, but make an example of what she said. And also, just because Cardi B made it, that's one Latina girl. When we compare them to all of the, you mean to tell me the other thousands of Latina girls out there who have the same or maybe even more talent than Cardi B, who haven't made it? Like, I was just like, what is wrong with Charlamagne? Like, what? Why are you saying this? You know better. So then after I started listening, I was just like, well, I'm starting to feel like they don't like her, when they were just giving her a hard time. A lot of times Charlamagne doesn't have much patience for reality show stars, so that might be the issue there. He didn't have much respect from her to begin with, okay? But I was just like, is it in her mind? Is 400 years of racism in our minds? Like, what is he talking about? So I was just like, oh. And I haven't really listened to the Breakfast Club since then, because I was so disgusted by what they were saying. And then from that interview, you know, there was fallout. You know, Hennessy Carolina, that is Cardi B's sister, you know, she rides hard for her sister. You know, she jumped into the argument and kind of was wrong on the fact. Now, she's right where she wants to defend her sister. I mean, you know, do what you got to do. But AmaraNegraVsBreakfastClub was not the one that was saying that Cardi B made it because of her skin tone. She never brought up Cardi B. All right, Charlamagne the God is the one who brought it up. So really, you need to be addressing Charlamagne about this, making it seem like right now, here's a dark-skinned Latina and a light-skinned Latina. These two now are competing against each other, or arguing with each other about whether or not colorism does or doesn't exist, and who works hard enough in the music industry, and this, that, and the other, you know? So I was just like, Hennessy didn't quite get what AmaraNegraVsBreakfastClub was saying, but yeah, the whole thing, I was just like, oh, okay, Charlamagne and Envy. Envy is stupid to me a lot of times, so I'm more concerned about what Charlamagne was saying, because I was just like, it's just no way that you could not understand what this girl was saying. I really hope, with all of the controversy for the show this season, and, you know, this whole colorism thing in the Latina community, that she can finally put that behind her, and we can get to the business of building her music career. Now, she's got this multi-album record deal, and I hope that she can really go on the same path that Cardi B did, and just use it, because Cardi B did have some mess for those seasons that she was on Love and Hip Hop as well, and she was able to get out from underneath it and still become successful. So I'm just hoping that AmaraNegraVsBreakfastClub is able to have that same success, because this girl has it. All right, it just has to be played the right way. Let's shift the focus to her talents. Can we do that? That's all I'm asking. All right, you guys, the Oscar nominations. Oscars will be airing on TV on March 4th, I believe it is, for the Black folks nominated. I got the list complete here for you. Shout out to Refinery 29. They got an article on the web that just simply says all the black folks that was nominated for an Oscar. Okay, so made the shit real easy for me. Mary J. Blige got Best Supporting Actress for a role in Mudbound, as well as a song for Mighty River. Mudbound was on Netflix, but they did have a limited theatrical release, which made them eligible to, you know, go out for the Oscars. Very smart in Netflix, honey. Netflix is on top of it. They are really trying to make their way in these award ceremonies so that they can, you know, get some credibility behind what they do. So Mary was nominated for those two categories, and that makes her the first black female that was nominated for an Oscar in the same year. All right, look at Mary. I said, girl, you better do it. Then we have Dee Reese. Okay, she's the director of Mudbound. She was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. Octavia Spencer was also nominated for the Best Supporting Actress in The Shape of Water. The hit of last year, Get Out, Jordan Peele, the creator, he hit jackpot and was nominated for Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Director. Then the star of Get Out, Daniel Kaluuya, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, he was nominated for Best Actor. Then we have Denzel Washington, of course. He was nominated for his role in Roman J. Israel Esquire. Best Documentary Feature goes to Firas Fayyad. We have Kumail Nanjiani for Best Original Screenplay, Adrian Molina for Best Animated Feature, and Ru Kuwahata for Best Animated Short. Okay, so that's all you black folks. Still not much presence when you look at all of the categories of the Oscar. However, we are slowly but surely getting in there. You know, a special, you know, fist pump of righteousness for the women. Octavia, who is really getting out there and getting them nominations, okay? Of course, Mary J. Blige, who is the queen of R&B, hip-hop, soul, and child, you got an Oscar nomination. So these are good things. These are good things. Not the end-all, be-all, but definitely nice to see them be recognized in this arena, okay? So like I said, it will be airing on March 4th, and we will watch and root for everybody black.
What can I get for you?
From the Dollar Sushi menu, can I have one order of the spicy tuna roll?
Spicy tuna roll, okay.
One order of the California roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 red snapper nigiri.
2 red snapper, okay.
And 1 miso soup.
1 miso soup. Anything else?
That's it.
$7.44 is the total. Pick up 10-15 minutes, man.
All right, great.
You.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, I got to get this order so I can get on back to work, you guys. This is the same hair, by the way. Everybody's been asking me if I changed my hair. No, this is still that same unit, Blue Allure. It's a Yummy Extensions frontal, and it's Blue Allure Indian straight hair. I just wand curled it a few days ago, and these are still those same curls, and child is still staying. Them curls are staying in, so... Anyway, you guys, let's get to these quickies. Lastly, y'all is determined to break up Ray J and Prinky. I'm telling you, child, they say that Ray J been out there fucking around with women and posting it on his damn Instagram. He was on Instagram Live. He was in some hotel. I guess he was getting ready to go out for an appearance. And while he was holding his phone up and, you know, doing his whole little sing and dance into the camera, supposedly in the background there is a woman that is in the shower. The shower is very much steamed up, but you supposedly are able to see a woman's shape in the shower. And then as he is panning around, there is something red in the closet area, and people seem to believe that that is a woman hiding from the camera over there. Now, I'm telling you, when I tell you he do like this, and you see something red flash by, very easily could be a coat or some clothes or whatever. Everybody had decided that that was a woman, that there may even be 2 women up in this hotel room with Ray J. And baby, honey, Miss Prinky got a hold of that, and she didn't put the nigga out. And, well, they didn't say she put him out. He has decided not to come home, but you know what she say she done and she's over it, and he's a cheater, and cheaters don't change, but women do leave, and all of this. And I was just like looking at the video, and I swear I looked at them videos over and over and over again, and I just couldn't see no woman. I could not see no woman. You guys know social media is very suggestive. Like, it is powerful in, making you think you saw something that you didn't. So I really was, baby, I was looking. Now y'all know that y'all ain't seen no damn woman back there with all of that. I just didn't see it. Okay, I guess it could be, but I just didn't see it. So now, like I say, Ray J ain't went home. Prinky said she ain't seen a nigga in a month of Sundays. The mama and Brandy are trying to tell him to just go on home and deal with your wife. She is pregnant. She is hormonal. Maybe she might have jumped the gun. Okay, whatever. So just take it on home and try to deal with this within your household. I don't know. Did you guys see the video? It's out there. I saw it on Fameless. So you guys go and make the assumption for yourself. But yeah, I didn't see. I'm sorry. I didn't see no woman back there. Y'all quit giving Ray J such a hard time. He's trying to be a changed man with his old lumpy sausage dick. Who want that anyway? But Princess Sierra. Folks was mad at Sierra too because she posted something about how women out there need to level up. That's why these niggas ain't trying to be with your ass, because you ain't worth shit. Of course, the post didn't say it like that, but that's basically when people tell you to level up, that's what they telling you to do. Now, what the actual message said was not bad, was not wrong. It was a pastor, I believe, that was on a stage, and he was just talking about how women need to be different. Make yourself wife material if you want to be a wife, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with them type of sentiments, okay? But in Sierra's case, I could see how that could be looked at as boastful. All right, now we didn't sat up here and watch you be with fuck nigga after fuck nigga for 10 fucking 15 years. That you had the certain proclivity to a gangsta ass nigga, okay, a married ass nigga. You was going through it with all of these men, and then when you was able to find you a man who fell in love with you and your son, okay, that you had with the rapper, and he is giving you this huge beautiful ring, and you guys done gotten married, okay, now you telling everybody else to get like me. Oh, should we go through 15 fucking years of the same bullshit? Okay, so I can see how that would be looked at as boastful. Okay, I'm gonna just need you to be happy and married over there and let everybody else try to figure their shit out the same way. Now, she did have to come back out because, people were saying, like, how dare you? And she came back out and she, clarified, that she had to make herself love herself so that another person can love her. And so we'll take that as well. But I'm just like, yeah, I wasn't offended, but I was just like, okay. I understand why these women feel like this. But I'm happy for Sierra. Okay, she was able to find her a man that was on the same level of corn as her. They are corny to me, but he seems to love her. She seems to love him. You guys know what's funny about Sierra? Sierra becomes the person that she's with. That's why I'm not ever real clear on who Sierra is. She was just doing lap dances and shit in videos for Future. Now she's with Russell. They visiting sick children in the hospital. She's praying on the cameras, and I don't know exactly who Sierra is, but even still, maybe this was the person that needed to bring out the real Sierra, and maybe that's really who she is, okay? So like I said, the same level of corn, they all mixed together, child. They got a new baby. They seem to be happy. I'm not mad at it at all, okay? I'm just saying, maybe that post was not I saw why folks might have had a problem with it. Then your boy Jay Holiday. Now, I don't really know what got into Jay Holiday. We ain't really seen him in some years. But his panties was clearly in a bunch. He got up on social media. And in his best Branch Davidian garb, he got to telling us about... First of all, let me just say that when he started off, I was with him. Because I'm going to just paraphrase for you. But he was basically saying that black men out there have it hard. Okay, that everybody out there ain't fucking around and fucking over women. We take care of our responsibilities. And I was like, okay, I'm with you on that, because that is true. Okay, black men are stereotypically looked at as men who don't, ain't shit niggas. Okay, then he started talking about how he know a whole bunch of black men out there that need their ass whooped, and I was like, wait a minute, we getting off subject. He got real upset with that. And then he started calling out Beyonce and SZA and saying how they're using the pain that they've been through to make some old bullshit ass music and get nominated for Grammys. I was like, what? I said, then first of all, you done made a mistake calling out Beyonce. Like Oprah, you can't say shit about Beyonce. Y'all know that beehive is thick. It is fierce. And it don't play. Okay, so when he said that, I said, okay, well, child, you done lost everybody now. But my whole thing is just like, are you mad at them for what they're saying in their music, or are you mad at them because they got nominated for a Grammy? Okay, because if you're upset about the fact that they got nominated for a Grammy and you didn't, then nigga, go out there and make some damn new music. We ain't even heard nothing from you. You're not even in the pool for us to pull from and listen to and say, oh yeah, Jay Holiday got some music out there, it's fire, and it's too bad that he got snubbed for the Grammys. Don't be up here trying to talk about the Queen Bee like that. Y'all know y'all gave him the blues too. Y'all was all up in his mentions and shit with the Bumblebee and all of that. He don't care though, child. I was like, where is Jay Holiday been all this time? Child, if he didn't look like a terrorist, I know something. Divorces. Jill Scott, I told you guys a few months back that Jill Scott was getting a divorce from her husband. They had been married not even a year. I think they said 10 months. Now they're saying that the husband wants the prenup thrown out because he signed it under duress, that there was no lawyer present, that he was coerced into doing it. So now he wants it thrown out on the whole Kendu tip. Okay, Kendu giving no good niggas all kind of hope out there. So he wants the shit thrown out. He wants to split the marital assets down the middle. He wants $500,000 extra for his pain and suffering. Said that, you know, Jill Scott is hell to be with and she's horrible and she mean and all that, you know. And whether or not that's true or false, you're not entitled to no half or no damn marital assets. What the fuck did you guys get in 10 months? Man, if you don't take your ass somewhere with all of that, I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on in the world today. Now you get prenups and that shit don't even matter. Hopefully they throw this shit out. And lastly, you guys, your boy Flavor Flav almost got taken to the king out in Vegas the other day. They say that Flavor Flav was out there talking reckless about somebody's mama. And yeah, just because you are a rapper, I use that term loosely, but you are from a legendary group, Public Enemy, okay, that does not absolve you from catching these hands if you got something slick to say about my damn mama, okay? So he had to find out the hard way that, you know what, dangers still surround you. The son had to wear that ass out, child. And actually, it is very sad to watch because how old is Flavor Flav? Flavor Flav got to be in his late 50s. And for him to be old and rickety and flimsy and thin, child, I mean, you can already tell that Flavor Flav ain't in no condition to be trying to fight no damn body. Child, that man had to punch his ass so many times it fell on the ground and kicked him and everything. You know, they had to get him up off of him and all of that. But I was just like, see, you just can't be, listen, we don't care if you legendary. You cannot be slick. You can get this beat down like anybody else. He was all out of breath afterwards. I felt bad for him, but I was just like, better keep that mouth shut from here on out. All right, you guys, let me get off of here, go get my sushi and take it on back to work. Somebody asked me the other day, why do I do my videos in the back seat? Because there's no room in the front. Ba-doom, boom. I do my videos on my lunch break. I'm in my car on my lunch break. And like I said, there's no room in the front seat. So that's why. Anyway, you guys, let me get off of here. We do this every single week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.